Hello Railways Africa viewers and welcome back to Trackside. In a recent Trackside episode of Railways Africa magazine with Eswatini Railways, filmed in the lead up to the inaugural Eswatini Investment Conference, CEO of Eswatini Railways Nixon Dlamini spoke about their focus on developing partnerships and joint venture opportunities with the private sector. We thought now would be the perfect time to highlight a partnership already delivering results. So we headed off to the Sidvokodvo Coal Terminal, a joint venture between Eswatini Railways and Grindrod Logistics Africa. On site, Mkhululi Dlamini, Head of Operations and Sidings at Grindrod Logistics Africa, took us through their partnership with Eswatini Railways, which has already been going for 3.5 years. This successful collaboration, aside from giving us a view of the operations, really showcases what can be achieved and outlines the seriousness of Eswatini being open for business. Mkhululi, thank you very much for having me on your site. Tell me what happens here.
So welcome to the Sidvokodvo Coal Terminal. It's a very small terminal, but it's very efficient. We are in the middle part of Eswatini, where we run our coal operations. We have transit cargo coming in from South Africa and runs through this facility, and it ends up in TCM and GML.
I think we also just need to take one step back here, because this is probably a very good highlight of the partnership possibilities with the Eswatini Railways.
Absolutely. I think this is a partnership between Grindrod and Eswatini Railways. The Eswatini Railways providing the rolling stock, providing traction and the railage onto the line, and Grindrod operating the facility from a stock handling and a product handling facility. And we've been running for about 3 years, 3.5 years, and it has been successful thus far. We are looking at capacity of 60,000 tons on the floor footprint, a truck inbound of about 200 trucks per day, and we're looking at a staff complement of about 60 Swazi people, local Swazi people.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah. So good employment opportunities
Absolutely.
here. Okay, so it's not just coal, you guys can handle other commodities. What is the expansion opportunity here?
Based on the proximity of the mines, we're looking at anthracite, we're looking at magnetite. We recently started moving iron ore from the Ngwenya mine. It didn't come through here, it went through another facility, but we have a capability to actually move those commodities as well.
We could call this a transshipment hub. Hey, you can bring it here and there's that seamless movement to Mozambique.
The seamless service between Eswatini Rail and CFM's Mozambique rail service provider has been working since September 2022. Trains departure into Maputo with no disturbances or no blockages or between the border posts, and that's been running very, very well. There isn't any stoppages in between, which means it's a seamless service. And Eswatini Railway trains run through into Mozambique, and also Mozambican trains run through into Eswatini.
So it's reciprocal, and that's fantastic. Hopefully with open access, that will then expand from the north-south corridor.
We look forward to open access. I think it's a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for a country. With Eswatini being an export-led economy, there's a lot of opportunities for that. So right behind everyone, just trying to make sure we participate as well. Over the years, we've invested in a lot of infrastructure. You'll see that we've got multiple way bridges, we've got inline way bridges, we've got proper stock lighting, we've got good services. So we are looking at obviously diversifying. We are looking at participating on some of the initiatives that Eswatini Railway is coming up with. More sidings, definitely. We support the local economy as well with the mining sector and the whole conferences. So we are looking forward to actually just moving local product more from a Eswatini source.
So what is the enabler? Where's the magic here?
Well, these sidings are basically enablers of the bigger industries, right? The bigger economies, which is the mining sector. This is just an in-between between the mine and the port. So the sidings act as a powerful enabler, that they allow the miners to focus on production and run a footprint, a stockpile facility here while they plan for port volumes, and it becomes a great enabler for the economy.
You obviously manage the stockpiles, correct? So you've got stockpiles for different clients. There's space on the site for that to grow. What are some of the challenges around that?
You'll see that the greatest challenge here would be contamination of product. That's why we try to manage the stockpile in the sense that we don't contaminate customers' product. That's what we've learned over the past 3.5 years while we were running. So that's the main one, that's the main challenge. And bigger challenge that we've experienced in the past is coal theft. But we've put mechanisms along the way. We've put roadway bridges, we've put surveillance, and our people are very trained. They can actually spot the difference between a counterfeit and a possibly They literally can tell the difference.
Counterfeit.
It's so interesting that they can even tell what product it is by the way it's offloaded, by the sound of it as it offloads. So some of those things we've learned over the past, and that's what I think makes the siding pretty special. And I'm happy to say that we've been able to manage those challenges.